getting lots of benefit and information from the logistics business virtual exhibition. Great session we're about to do now. E-commerce, picking and packaging, obviously an absolutely key area of modern logistics. And I'm joined by Gianluca Rossi, who's Sales and Marketing Director for Sitma. Without further ado, I think maybe we'll start with Gianluca, shall we?
Perfect. So just a couple of words about Sitma. Sitma is an Italian company. We are based in Spilamberto, in the northern part of Italy. Just to give you a clear idea about our location, we are 15 minutes away from Ferrari factory. We are 55, 56 years old, and we have, to give you an idea of our size, we have about 30 million euros consolidated turnover. We have always been packaging machinery manufacturer since the beginning. These are our locations. We are in Japan. We have a branch in Japan. We have a branch in France, and we have a branch in the US. We basically cover the entire world. We have more than 9,000 machines installed all around the world in 70 different countries. We are a team of more than 170 people. And since the beginning, Sitma exported more than 80% of its production turnover. Again, machinery manufacturer. In the latest years, we focused our R&D activities and our portfolio on the e-commerce packaging, because e-commerce is growing and because e-commerce needs packaging. And we identified the e-commerce challenges, what we continuously hear from our customers. And we just summarize them. Space optimization, transport is definitely a big cost for our customers, and space costs money, also in terms of transport. So optimization, space optimization is a key point for this kind of business. Then, where is my parcel? When we order something online, we immediately want it delivered, and we always want to check where is my parcel, where is the good I bought on internet, and we every minute we want to check where our product is. Integrity, this is obvious, and at the end, sustainability. So we created a machinery portfolio. We are a machinery manufacturer, so we created a machinery portfolio. And today, I just want to give you a few words about our Fast Pack. As you can see here, Fast Pack is a packaging machine suitable for biofilm, film coming from corn, made by corn, for example, and paper. This is how a machine looks like. Packaging machines, yes, but in this field, in this segment, in the commerce business, it is much more than that, because our machines must be fully integrated in the existing systems, because our machines have to talk to the existing ERP, have to talk to the picking phase of the process, have to talk to the palletizing phase of the process, and our machines must be very integrated to the in the customer's environment. That's why I just put there some words like analytics, software, sensors. So it is. We are talking about a wrapper, but much more than that, because the wrapping phase is just a small part of the process. So integration and analytics related to this kind of job is definitely important in this kind of business. I'm showing you a machine suitable for paper. That means we use paper for wrapping those products. This video was taken at our premises, because we can obviously, we're not allowed to show our customers' facilities. Very, very simple. We have operators that place products on a belt here. We track and trace every single product, because we need to find the proper order related to every single product, because then we need to print or label each packaging with the address of for the destination of this parcel. So we load products. We then measure each single product. Flexible packaging is also very important for us. As you can see here, we have paper, and flexible packaging also helps a lot in optimizing the space. As you can see here, the size of the parcels generated by this machine depend on the product size. We print an address, a barcode, or whatever the customer wants. We check whether what we printed is correct or not, so we also make a matching, and we make analytics on with the data we have. We can also reject items, as you can see here, because it happens that an order is picked from the warehouse, but it is eventually cancelled by the purchaser. So when we call the customer's database, we receive an information back saying that the order was cancelled, so we reject the item. That's why these machines must be very integrated into the customer's premises, environment, and ERP.
Thank you, Gianluca. That was great. A couple of questions from me. Are we seeing, do you think, as a packaging specialist, are we seeing the end of plastic as a packaging technology? Are we going to be seeing more and more paper and ways of using paper? And if so, how's that going?
It depends on the area. In Europe, definitely yes. Let me say today, out of 10 machines we manufacture, 9 of them are only for paper.
Well,
North America is changing, even because also the political situation changed a lot recently, and we are now today receiving the first requests for proposals for paper wrapping in the US. We also have to consider this. Paper is definitely more expensive than plastic film, but paper is also a very good communication vehicle for our customers. So they use the transport packaging for advertising. They can also sell advertising on the paper they use for transport, and this goes together with a well-organized supply chain and for our customers. In Asia, it is not the case yet, but in Asia things change very quickly. So while in North America we can make a forecast of this transition, while in Asia it is more difficult to make a proper forecast.
But most of us who, over the pandemic, we've been receiving more and more parcels at home, and I think almost 100% arrive in cardboard. Are there alternatives to cardboard, or is cardboard sufficiently sustainable in how it's produced? Or does
cardboard
your company
is sustainable.
Need to find...
Yeah, cardboard is cardboard is sustainable, but we decided to invest in flexible paper rather than cardboard, because from a logistic point of view, it gives a lot of advantages. Of course, it is less protective, but consider that this packaging is a transport packaging. So products already have their own primary packaging. And in addition, our machines work from reels of paper. So from a logistic point of view, it is very easy to handle. While cardboard occupies space, cardboard needs to be stored before using it. So it is a bit more complicated from a logistic point of view. It is an alternative solution. It is not really competition against cardboard. It is different. As a matter of fact, we see that customers are appreciating more and more flexible packaging thanks to the fact that they use reels of paper, and the reel can last for 12-15 hours production, one single reel. And if you have to put in your warehouse a reel, it is definitely easier than a pallet of cardboard, empty cardboard.
Right. Okay, well, thank you, Gianluca. Gianluca, what about you on the packaging line? Just in terms of implementing your own projects, but also in terms of operationally how they're used day to day and trying to observe social distancing regulations.
Yeah, let me split the answer in two parts. First, if we think about the sales activities, which is focused on understanding the customer's needs, this is just remotely done because we just cannot travel. And it is relatively easy to do that. But we were obliged to implement, for example, virtual commissioning of our lines. So we can basically make commissioning of our lines after installation from remote. So we equip our customers with smart glasses to drive them during these commissioning phases, and we can handle like this. All our machines are connected, so we can make remote assistance. We can have analytics on them to check the functionality of each part of them. And our customers are obliged to open a virtual gate in order to connect with our machines. Social distancing also affected the layout of our machines, because today we are obliged to consider the social distancing for operators when we design a layout of our machine. For example, in the induction phase, where operators load products on the machine, we need to consider 1.5 meters, 2 meters, it depends on the area, of social distancing between them, which was not considered before. So there is also an effect. The social distancing also affected the machinery layout, which is a bit strange, but this is the reality.
Robots or people in the future in the warehouse? Are there going to be people in warehouses in the future? Let's start with Gianluca.
Yes, but probably with different tasks. While today people, I'm talking about our machines, are meant to feed the machine with products, probably in the future there will be people just to supervise the operations rather than physically load products on a machine. There will be people to make analytics on the available data, to optimize the production, to optimize the cycles, and to optimize the flows, rather than simply, let me say, moving materials around a warehouse and loading a machine. So there will be people, but with different tasks, and probably with higher skills compared with the ones we have today in the logistic center.
Question for the guys who are talking about picking and packaging. Is cost the biggest barrier to entry for your future prospects, or is it something else? Is it mindset? Start with maybe Gianluca on that one.
Cost for sure, but also safety. The ergonomic point of view of each task is very important now to make the working conditions better and better, and also the effect of avoiding any mistake. So that's why we are obliged to implement very precise track and trace routines in order to avoid any mistake. So our customers want to have zero mistakes in packaging and sending products, e-commerce products. So these are the drivers. So not only cost, let me say, and believe me, today cost is not the primary driver of this kind of decision.
Right, yeah, good points, yeah. And so just packaging then, Gianluca, what will we see in packaging?
I would answer with 3 words: sustainability, automation, and personalization. Automation, of course, because most of the packaging tasks are today manually made. sustainability, because we have to consider more and more sustainable packaging materials as a general trend, also extended to North America, for example. And personalization, as Guy said before, every single packaging can be personalized according to the purchaser habits. These data are available to our customers, and they can really personalize them by adding, for example, a QR code where our customers can link to something interesting for them, and the personalization will be a key point in the next future.
That's a great take, the idea of personalization. We're going to see a lot more of that. Very grateful